Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining us. I'm so excited to introduce you to our guest. We're here with George White, the speaker,
Thank you.
big speaker.
Yes,
You have a huge following, and clearly what you're doing is resonating with people. You have
yes.
118,000 followers on TikTok, 1.3 million likes,
Mhm.
22,000 on Instagram, and counting, constantly growing. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you. It's an honor.
Well, and I want you to talk a little bit about your story and what makes you such an inspiring speaker because people love your stuff. I mean, the sheer amount of comments, you're clearly resonating with people and getting through to them. Tell us a little bit about what makes you you.
Uh, I believe my testimony, the trials and tribulations I went through, really built me and molded me into the person I am today. And I feel like my main objective is to reach as many people as possible, and not a certain group or certain group of people. I want to reach everybody. If I can touch as many people as possible, I mean, I'm doing my purpose. And I feel like the more things I have went through in the past really helped me create understanding. And I have to really give a big shout out to my wife, and my kids, and because they push me daily and they believe in me. And they even walk around the house saying, "Big speaker." My wife called me that all the time. So it's just really just want to make sure that I change the dynamic of a motivational speaker. And I want to be very versatile in what I speak about and what I speak on and the people I reach.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, you talk about your wife all the time. We've had so many
Mhm.
conversations, and you clearly have such a nice support system. Talk about how important that is when you're trying to grow a business.
Um, I- I'm big on becoming best friend before lovers. You gotta have honesty before love, and I feel like that's what we have. And I knew for certain from the first day I met my wife that she was the one. I said, when a man finds a wife, he finds a great thing and obtain favor from the Lord. And I'm a man of God before anything. I believe on standing on principle. And I feel like having the right partner right beside you is gonna really help you get to the next level, um, especially when you are equally yoked. And I feel like we are checking off every list that I want to hit, and we're doing it together. And for us to start this company, Jeep Production, which is God is in control, I decree that this be one of the biggest company organization that people will see. And because we want to do more with our company, we want to create different streams of networking outcome, teaching people skills and trades, help people with their resume, career, just different things. And I feel like that me and my wife together, we're gonna make that happen in the name
Yeah.
of Jesus.
Have you? That's incredible. I
Mhm.
love, and I want to talk more about your business and kind of how people can find out more. But before we get there, some people might watch and say, "Well, it's easy for him. He might have
Mhm.
had a perfect upbringing or a
Mhm.
perfect past,
Mhm.
or of course he can speak about faith. He's
Mhm.
never had to overcome anything." Talk about some of the things you have overcome and how that's affected your faith.
I didn't come from a silver spoon family. I'll tell you that. Came from a single family home. I'm the youngest out of three. We live in poverty-stricken situation all our life, which is the projects. I remember living in a trailer house with no windows. Um, I went some through my biggest time as a teenager. I feel like I battled with depression from the age of 13 to 23. Didn't know who I was. Think I was trapped in a confine of want to be this tough guy and also be vulnerable at the same time, but didn't want people to see my weakness. Um, being a football player, not having the right grades in school really caused me from getting to that next level. Didn't have structure. My mom did as much as she could, but I'm big on this here, man. Excuses sound best to the person that's making it up. Eventually, you have to take ownership. Once you realize who you are, you become what the word needs you to be, who God needs you to be, who God called you to be. I deal with alcoholism for a long period of time. I got kicked out of college. I was a follower. I wasn't a leader then. It's hard to lead when you can't lead yourself. So when you lost in the world, you continue to be lost. But you have to make a decision of wanting to change. And that change got to start today. Can't start tomorrow. You have to make a decision today.
When did you hit that turning point to make that change? When did you decide for yourself it was time?
Well, I got tired of being convicted. Um, that convicting feel you feel in your spirit when you know like it's time for the change you're doing wrong, and God was calling me. And for those who had their walk with God, everybody walk with God is different, but I'm telling you that He is real. And I had to make a decision. But I can tell you this here: once I confess and just really deliver myself and allow God to use me, everything wanted and I spoke from my mouth God allowed me to receive it. So I'm living in it right now. To be one of the biggest speakers in the world right now, I'm just getting started. They gonna feel me, and I'm not in competition. One thing I'm gonna tell you, I'm not in competition, but I am here to get my point across, and let people know it's not about what you came from; it's about where you're going. So you had a purpose before anyone had an opinion.
And tell me a little, if someone is watching this right now and they're about to hit that turning point, they have hit a certain amount of lows in their life, or they are just struggling, what would you tell them right now?
It don't rain for forever, and the struggle doesn't last for forever. But in the midst of your storm, you're gonna find out who really for you. And I have to realize as well, you have to go through to see who really for you. You have to go through to build strength. You wouldn't be strong as you are right now if you haven't went through anything, or you haven't went through nothing. So look at this tough situation you are going through as preparation. Getting you stronger. You are getting more bolder. You're removing fear, anxiety, depression, and you're about to execute to your highest ability. Look at the bigger picture. Execute with excellence and deliver with results. You're gonna get where you're going. Just don't look back.
That's amazing advice. And you're living proof of pushing through and having faith and finding the people who are really there for you. Like you said, your wife. Talk a little bit about your business and how much you guys have grown.
So, we first started G Production. It was a sole proprietorship. And as of September of 2021, we switched it to an LLC. The reason for that, because I went full time as an entrepreneur, as a motivational speaker. I left my job in September 16th, 2021. I was, I feel like I wasn't serving the purpose behind a desk, and this world needed me. And I feel like with my wife on the other end, she doing the back end stuff, the paperwork, the merch. She the camera woman, the camera person behind all my videos. So I gotta give her 100% of the credit because she does a lot. And it's just like that. When you know you're gonna be successful, when I don't have to say nothing, she know what I'm thinking, and we own it, we own it. And she has so many things she want to do with this business as well. She wants to create a gym for gymnastic and things like that. So I feel like the more we elevate, the more we're gonna grow in every area of life and touch a lot of these kids and the youth in the inner cities.
That's incredible. How can people support you and find out more about you?
Yes, so you can Google me, George White the Speaker. I just got verified on Google maybe about 3 weeks ago. You can also follow me on TikTok, which is I am George White the Speaker. The same for Instagram, I am George White the Speaker. You can check out my website. The link is in my bio. Hey, listen, I'm pretty sure you already heard of me if you haven't. I have two motivation albums that's on all platforms, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, whatever, Pandora. I had 3 singles as well. I guaranteed you it's going to change your life. I'm just here to inspire. I hope it reach you.
I love that. I have one final question for you. Kind of might be a weird one. Okay. If I knew you better, what would I ask you? Something to leave people with.
How you so driven?
How are you so driven?
I wake up like this. I feel like I told my wife, I feel like I have I have that natural Red Bull in me or that Monster because I wake up like this. I lost my grandma on my birthday, September 23rd, and it really shifted my perspective. And every day my feet touch the ground, my mind says it's go season. And I live by that. And I live by that motto. And my family depend on me. My kids depend on me. And I told my wife, I spoke into her life. I said, I'm going to get you off your job in October. So by whatever it takes, I woke up this morning at 4 o'clock. I've been up ever since. So you got to do what other people won't do or what people not willing to do. That will separate you. That will make you different. That will make you great. And greatness is upon a lot of people. You just got to make a decision. You got to want to be successful as much as you want to sleep. And you got to isolate yourself from things that doesn't benefit you. A wise man once said, crying with the wise is better than laughing with the fools. So you do food-like things, you're going to see food-like results. So make a change, make a difference.
I love that. Well, George, thank you so much for joining us and leaving everyone feeling upbeat and inspired and ready to kind of kick the door down for the day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.